The steel behemoth receded into the distance as the nation's eagles soared across the sky. The Chinese Army Aviation Corps is undergoing an unprecedented transformation. In recent parade footage, observant military enthusiasts noted that helicopters in the aerial formations were entirely domestic models. The Z-8L, Z-20, WZ-10, and others now dominate the scene. This spectacle showcases the remarkable advancement of China's helicopter industry, yet it also raises a question. Why are the over 400 Russian-made Mi-17 series, Hippo, helicopters, once the backbone of transport operations, absent from the parade? When will they be fully retired? The Soviet, Hippopotamus, series collectively refers to the entire Mi-8, Mi-17, and Mi-171 helicopter family, a vast lineage with a long history and distinguished combat record. The Mi-8 series, introduced by the Soviet Union as a 13-ton medium transport helicopter, gained worldwide renown for its exceptional reliability and adaptability. During the 1980s and 1990s, Russia developed improved variants like the Mi-17 and Mi-171, further enhancing flight performance and payload capacity. These helicopters earned a reputation for rugged durability, often dubbed the Kalashnikov of helicopters. Their cargo compartments are 2.5 times larger than the Black Hawks, capable of carrying 4 tons of supplies or light vehicles, and transporting up to 24 fully armed soldiers. They demonstrate outstanding high-altitude flight performance, making them exceptionally well-suited for China's complex and varied terrain. Looking back at China's helicopter development, by the 1980s, the PLA remained in the early stages of helicopter operations, relying solely on the outdated Z-5 series. The Z-5, China's first domestically produced helicopter based on the Soviet Mi-4, was fundamentally inadequate due to its outdated platform and limited capabilities. Facing this challenge, China imported 24 Black Hawk helicopters from the United States in the 1980s, a benchmark in 10-ton class utility helicopters, followed by a series of French models, including the Super Frelon and Alouette. The Alouette belongs to the 4-ton class, while the Super Frelon falls within the 13-ton category. Building upon these imported platforms, China achieved technological digestion, absorption, and re-innovation, launching its domestically produced Z-8 and Z-9 series helicopters in the 1990s. Taking the Z-9 series as an example, derivative models such as the Z-9W armed variant, Z-9C carrier-based variant, and Z-9D anti-ship variant were successively introduced, gradually establishing a family of indigenous helicopters. However, the development pace of the Z-8 series lagged significantly behind that of the Z-9 series. By 2010, China's production of Z-8 helicopters remained limited, primarily due to 2 unavoidable challenges. First, China lacked mature technology for the turboshaft engines required by the Z-8, resulting in heavy reliance on imports. Second, the Z-8 series featured insufficient internal cargo space, preventing the transport of light-wheeled vehicles, and significantly limiting troop mobility. These technical bottlenecks constrained large-scale production and deployment of the Z-8. Given the practical limitations of the domestically produced Z-8 series, China began bulk imports of Russian-made, Hippo, series helicopters starting in the 1990s. According to foreign media statistics, China has imported over 400 Mi-8, Mi-17, and Mi-171 series helicopters, making it the world's second-largest user of the Mi-17 series after Russia. For an extended period, these Russian-made helicopters served as the primary transport models for PLA units, equipping not only the Army Aviation Corps, but also portions of the Air Force's search and rescue units and the Armed Police Force. They played a crucial role in major disaster relief operations, including the 2008 Wenchuan earthquake. With China's comprehensive technological advancement, particularly the leap in aviation industry capabilities, domestically produced helicopters have achieved breakthrough developments. As the latest upgraded variant, the Z-8L wide-body helicopter boasts a maximum takeoff weight of 15 tons and a maximum payload capacity exceeding 5 tons, bringing its performance very close to that of Europe's I-101 series helicopters. The Z-8L resolves a long-standing challenge for our military. Its cargo bay diameter is a full half-meter wider than the original model, with a cargo door wide enough to accommodate the Lynx all-terrain assault vehicle, completely eliminating the bottleneck in troop mobility and transport. Meanwhile, the Z-20 utility helicopter has begun replacing the Mi-17. This 10-ton multi-purpose helicopter is not only suitable for troop transport, but has also spawned derivatives like the ship-based Z-20F and armed variants, demonstrating exceptional versatility and modification potential. It has earned the affectionate nickname, China's Black Hawk, among military enthusiasts. So when will these Russian-made Hippo helicopters, which have served the Chinese military for years, finally be retired? Typically, helicopters have a service life of approximately 25-30 years. Considering China continued importing Mi-171 helicopters as recently as 2019, these latest acquisitions are expected to remain in service for a considerable period. Comprehensive analysis indicates that within the next 20 years, it is unlikely all Russian-made helicopters will be retired. Beyond service life factors, another key reason is the production cycle required for domestically manufactured helicopters. It is impossible to achieve a production scale of hundreds of units within just a few years. Expanding aviation industry capacity is a gradual process, requiring consideration of supply chain development, quality control, personnel training, and other multifaceted factors. It is projected that in 10 years, the Hippopotamus series helicopters and PLA units will primarily consist of the Mi-171 series, with the fleet size decreasing from over 400 units to 100-200 units. Nevertheless, they will continue to play a vital role in secondary units and auxiliary missions. While retiring all Mi-17s early is impractical, maximizing their residual value remains a critical challenge. Years ago, PLA Army Aviation attempted converting some Mi-17s into armed transport variants by adding rocket pods, but this modification failed due to unreliable targeting systems and inadequate armor protection. Currently, converting Mi-17s into reconnaissance helicopters appears the most promising direction. Photographs have emerged showing a modified Mi-17V5 reconnaissance variant featuring a replaced radar dome, likely housing a new radar system, and electro-optical reconnaissance equipment mounted beneath the nose. These systems are relatively compact and low power, making the Mi-17 perfectly suited for the task. Beyond reconnaissance missions, the reconnaissance variant can also perform artillery spotting tasks, complementing unmanned aerial vehicles to establish an integrated air-ground reconnaissance system. This modification approach is both economical and practical, maximizing the remaining utility of older equipment. Overall, the PLA Army Aviation is developing a comprehensive combat system comprising the Z-19 reconnaissance helicopter, Z-10 attack helicopter, Future Heavy Attack Helicopter, Z-20 utility helicopter, and the Sino-Russian co-developed heavy transport helicopter. This system rivals the current capabilities of the U.S. Army Aviation, significantly enhancing the PLA Army Aviation's operational prowess. In the coming years, we can anticipate the emergence of more new helicopter models, including the urgently needed heavy transport helicopters for the PLA, comparable to the US CH-53 or CH-47. Aviation industry development is a mutually reinforcing process, where technological advancements in various engine types, turbofans, turboprop, turboshaft, and turbojet, collectively propel the entire aviation industry forward. Particularly in the core field of turboshaft engines for helicopters, China has made substantial progress, laying a solid foundation for the mass production of domestically manufactured helicopters. The Z-20 production line is accelerating, but it cannot fully replace the duties of over 400 Hippo helicopters in the short term. Those modernized Mi-171 reconnaissance variants may remain in service beyond 2040. Their silhouettes will continue to grace China's skies, narrating the story of military strengthening, from technology introduction and assimilation to independent innovation. This journey reflects not merely the replacement of a generation of equipment, but the historic leap of China's aviation industry from following to keeping pace, and ultimately to leading the field. Each Mi-17's eventual retirement will signify the maturing and refinement of China's defense industrial system, marking a new milestone in the modernization of the Chinese military.